Hello and happy birthday to all of the June Cancers out there. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot card reading. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot predictions. So you are free to watch these videos for your sun, moon, or rising sign, depending on which resonates more with you. For those of you who are here for love, you may also want to check out your Venus sign as well. And I've had a couple of people, or actually a lot of people recently over the past couple of weeks say, hey, Jane, I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Where have you been? I've been here. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell if you want to get notified for all of the videos that I post. Some people just aren't getting the notifications apparently, so you just want to make sure you hit that little bell. Let's go ahead and just not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Thank you, and I'll see you in a sec. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your June 2023 tarot card reading. So we're going to start with the Major Arcana card. So what does the universe need from Cancer for the month of 2023? Month of June 2023. Okay, we have Death, Rebirth. Okay, I actually really like this card for you, given the fact that the Sun and eventually Mercury are going to transit your 12th house and move on into your first house. So what that means is this is kind of a time for you to step away from things. It's a time for you to take your hands off the wheel, to surrender to the wheels of time, and to allow life to unfold a little bit more organically than normal. There are certain things that perhaps you are trying to control or force into place or try to get them to conform to your way of thinking that it should be a certain way. And it's time for you to release that and to say, you know what, if it's not meant to look the way I need it to look, then I'm open to whatever the universe or God or spirit has in store for me. And you might need a little bit more time on your own this month as well. I'm sensing not only with the 12th house stuff, but with both Venus and Mars and Leo in the second house, I do feel Cancer needs to be in their safe places. So at home or only with people that they genuinely trust. You seem to be going through a transformational process. You yourself internally are becoming a different person. And there's not a lot to grasp onto right now. So even if you were to try to force something or try to make something happen, probably 6 months from now, you were like, why would I do that? I don't even want it anymore. Okay, so you're changing and it's happening quite rapidly actually. And you're going to notice things that, have maybe been holding you back a little bit, or things that you've been attached to that you realize, or you thought you had not been attached, you thought you had healed, you thought you had worked through it, and yet here it is creeping up yet again. You're probably going to have a moment at some point throughout June where you're like, holy heck, I thought this was done and over with. I thought I had moved on. How is this still impacting my life? But when we've reached that moment, when we realize that all the healing stuff that we've done, maybe we still have a little bit more to go. Sometimes when we hit that point, we realize how tired of the past we are. And that's the time when we can genuinely release. And that release seems to be exactly what this death rebirth process is all about. Okay, I don't think this death rebirth is tumultuous in some big way. I think it's going to happen more in the way of an epiphany, more in the way of a giant light bulb turning on, where you just get really fed up with something and you say enough, and then you never go back. So in the environment, we have the Page of Coins. Now, it feels like a meek energy compared to the Death card. People around you, I think, are giving you your space, especially if you communicate with them and say, hey, I need space. It's really important for you to understand that the people that love you are going to just say, okay, I'll give you your space. I'm busy anyway. I've got my own stuff going on anyway. You can do you, I'll do me. And when you're ready to talk, I'm here. I don't think there's any pressure coming from this Page of Coins. This could be a spouse or a lover or a partner or a friend or someone you work closely with. They're here for you, but they're not going to inject themselves into your process. They're not going to force opinions on you. They're not going to tell you what you should do unless you explicitly ask for their opinion. But I think this is someone that they just really love you, and they're not trying to get anything from you, and they're not trying to, make you do or behave in any type of a way. And so they're offering you a lot of freedom in this moment. So for you, Cancer, it is going to be important that you communicate whatever it is you need from the people around you. I think they'll be more than happy to oblige, okay? Especially if there are healthy relationships, more specifically with healthy people who are self-aware and conscientious. I do feel that Page of Coins is aware and conscientious. So we have the Five of Wands, the Nine of Swords, Chariot, and the Ace of Coins. Well, I like the Chariot. That is the Cancer card. Indicates a lot of movement, indicates ascension and transcendence. And Cancer, it doesn't, when I say transcendent, I don't know that it's really all that spiritual. It's just you're moving into the next realm of consciousness. It feels very normal to you. Probably it feels maybe overdue, like, oh man, I wish I had gotten here a long time ago type of thing. But that's just simply what's happening. Again, death is a really powerful force. The Death card, it represents a powerful force. It represents something that you genuinely don't have control over. This is something that just comes without permission, okay? It's like I always say it's like a summer breeze. It just comes, and sometimes it's the best, right? Sometimes it feels amazing. Five of Wands, Nine of Swords. There does seem to be, I don't know if I want to say conflict. Maybe it's a conflict, maybe it's an argument or a heated discussion. Maybe there's a clash of personalities or something like that, and clearly it sends you into a place of stress or anxiety and whatnot. But again, the Chariot immediately comes after and says, well, we're going to rise above this. This feels like the thing that's gonna trigger you and say, oh my gosh, I thought I was done with this. I thought it was over. I thought I already healed from this. What the heck is this doing? Actually, that Nine of Swords feels more that you are annoyed that this has come back, more than you are frustrated with the actual experience itself. Annoyed that you're having that conversation again, annoyed that you have to deal with this issue again, annoyed that this person just won't go away, whatever the case may be. And this I think this is what pushes this forward, the death rebirth process forward, because when we really get fed up like this, when we really put our foot down and we say enough of this, it's almost as though the student is ready, is what I'm feeling. Like you're the student and now you're ready. And you're ready to be, quote unquote, initiated into some new process, some new chapter of growth and learning and development. You've graduated from this one. You pass the test and you move on. I don't know why I keep looking at this page. Their presence in your life, it'll be interesting to see what clarifiers I get at the end. Clearly, this is an important person for you. I don't think this person is the same person that you're having this issue with. So please don't get these two confused. They are not the same. This is a person who just feels so steady and so secure and so mild. There's a mild quality here where this feels really spicy. and not in a good way. Okay. It's like how when I take my orange cat to the vet and they always say, "Oh, this cat is spicy." Yeah. Cause she's trying to like rip their eyes out kind of thing. Okay. This is like more spicy. This is more calm and docile. And this is where the security is. And maybe you are learning a lesson about love in all of this. Not to be cheesy about it, but maybe that's really what this is, where you're learning about what true love and true compassion and true companionship in this earth actually is. And here's someone that is not that. It's not love. It's not compassion. It's ego and it's pride and it's projection and it's wounding and it's trauma and it's fear and it's all of these things being spewed out all over onto other people. And then here's this other person who just loves you and is going to step back and let you have your experience because they respect the process of life so much that they are willing to let you do that. I think this is someone, if you're dating, okay, and this is someone that maybe you're dating or starting to date, it could also be possible that you are not initially attracted to this person, but when you start really contrasting something from your past with whatever this is, this starts to look really, really good. It looks better and better and better and better. And that's when you realize, right, Chariot, you ascend or transcend, you graduate into a much better and healthier relationship. And with the Ace of Coins, it indicates that something is coming out of this situation. There's an actual opportunity or gift or product or something that is being given to you through this. So this is essential. Annoying, probably, yes. Annoying and frustrating that you have to deal with it. But again, even that 12th house stuff, it's interesting that this is coming out while we're going through Gemini season. Because with that 12th house stuff and Venus coming in through her pre-shadow phase, she's going to retrograde next month. So this month she goes through her pre-shadow phase and she's really dredging all of this stuff up. But it's interesting that you're going through this at a time when energetically and astrologically you're being pulled away from it. That's what the 12th house does. It kind of pulls you away from people, from society, from normals, from quote unquote the normal things. And it kind of puts you on that perimeter away from everything else. So you have the capacity to go through this, but to watch from an outsider's perspective looking in. And that's what I think really helps that light bulb to turn on for you. Did I say that? Maybe I am repeating myself. Sorry if I am. I feel that June, you are going to have a pretty massive epiphany about something or about someone. Okay? And it's going to be a game changer. All right. What comes through here? What else for Cancer for June? We have a King of Swords. King of Swords feels stoic, feels direct, really, really honest, and maybe even a little bit cold. That's not normally a word that I use to describe my Cancers, but you might be going a little bit cold this month, just simply because you need to in order, because even here the Chariot, he's got his sword here as well. You're going to have to wield your sword. You're going to have to really set that boundary and be firm with it. No more of this, right? You're setting the boundary with whatever the heck this is. You're saying, no, I don't accept. I don't want. I don't like this. I don't like the fact that this is resurfacing and I need to move on. And so you might need to say some things that you either never thought you would say or you never wanted to say. You might need to do that to ensure that you move on. I'm not saying to go around, verbally abusing people and being mean to people, but you may need to say something that might hurt another person. But I don't know that it's genuinely hurting them It just might be triggering their wounds because you're setting a firm boundary here. So they're going to freak out. But again, you're not hurting them. You're triggering them. It's two totally different things. But I think you're doing it out of love, both for them and also for yourself as well. This sucks you dry. This can be exhausting. And I don't think Cancer wants to be in that environment. The thing with the 12th house, whenever we have transits through there too, we want to make sure we give ourselves time to rest. It's hard to exert a lot of energy and effort during this time of year. You can do that next month or later in June when the sun comes into Cancer. But even here with the Four of Cups, I'm feeling a lot of indifference. Feels that you are indifferent to what's going on here. Indifferent to what someone is saying or what someone is doing. And maybe they're trying to get a rouse out of you. They're trying to get you all riled up, but I don't think it's going to work. In fact, it's just gonna give you the ick factor. It's just like, ugh, yikes, ick. No, thank you. That's gross. I don't want to get involved in it. In fact, sometimes that's really that's when we know we've reached that pinnacle moment in healing, is when we start to get grossed out, when we start to get that icky feeling. Instead of that excitement or that thrill, when we see that person's name pop up on our phone, we roll our eyes and we're like, no thanks. I think there's like some turning point here for Cancer. And with the Four of Cups, I don't know that you're in a position where you're feeling extraordinarily passionate. I mean, I'm not saying you don't have goals and you can still go after those goals and whatnot, but I don't know that you're just overwhelmingly full of passion right now. This month feels transitionary. It feels subtle and mild, which is why I like the mild energy of the Page of Coins, because it actually matches your energy a lot too. Like attracts like in this case. And this is going to be so repellent, right? You're going to just ricochet off of this and go toward the more mild things in life. Now, when I say mild, I don't mean boring. Okay? I don't think this feels boring to you. But you're also not going to get yourself into any obligated situations. You're not going to stack up your calendars. I think you're going to remain as free as you possibly can. I mean, outside of work, okay? You're going to be free and you're going to prioritize the fun things. You're going to prioritize the things that matter to you and the things that feed your soul and make you feel fulfilled. You're just not available. Unless it sets your soul on fire, Cancer's not available. Okay. We have the Eight of Coins. Yeah, you're busy too. The Last Judgment. And the Three of Swords. Death, rebirth often comes with the Three of Swords. That's not surprising. I don't know that the disappointment is going to be yours. It probably is going to belong to someone else, although we'll see when I pull out the clarifying cards. The thing is with the Chariot, you've just moved on. That's it. It's not some big dramatic thing. In fact, I don't sense a lot of drama here. I mean, I think there's potential, or someone's trying to drag you in, or someone's trying to do something, but the King of Swords is going to shut that down real quick. You're going to ricochet off that real quick. So it's here, but I don't think you're going to be a part of it. So, I mean, because you're busy, right? Eight of Coins. You're busy. The Page of Coins is busy. You're just busy. You don't have time for that nonsense. You don't have time to have that same conversation again. Plus, you've got this Eight of Coins now, and you got to figure out a way to make this into something. Figure out a way to turn this into something. And the quote-unquote passion that I said maybe you didn't really have, this doesn't feel so passionate as it does is feel disciplined and committed. You are committed to a goal. You are committed to achieving something. You're committed to building. And therefore, all your time and energy and effort is only going into that which is ultimately productive, lucrative, profitable, fulfilling, and that's it. There's really nothing outside of this Eight of Coins. This is where you are. And this actually, so much transformation happens through here. This is one of the most magical cards in the entire deck. I don't think we talk about it enough because it's not a major arcana card, but it is so magical. This is one of the, like, it's like the other side of the Magician card, where the magician pulls the ideas and gets that stroke of inspiration from spirit. And the Eight of Coins makes it manifest. It brings it into the world. But it is also a place where we change. It is also a place where we become, right? When we are in our creative essence, which this is, we naturally become masters. When you hone your craft, when you continually learn, when you become this perpetual student, you eventually will become a master. This is what I think is important to Cancer right now. This is where the focus is. This is what facilitates the transcendence. It's so critical that you set this boundary. And I love that this King of Swords is directly in the center of your reading, because you're so strong. You're coming through so powerful. And it's very exciting. We have the Last Judgment, which of course, the epiphany that I talked about. I'm not surprised that this card came out. You're going to realize the web of mess that you were weaved into. Now that because I think you're already out of it. And I think this is Pluto retrograde. It's Saturn retrograde, it's Neptune retrograde, it's Venus pre-shadow. All of that is wrapped up into these two cards here, okay? And you're already outside of it though, but yet here it comes, it resurfaces. Why? To get you to understand that you are out of it. You don't need to be in this perpetual state of healing all the time. I think we're beyond that. We went through Aries season, we went through Chiron in Pisces, which was there forever. And now it's time for us to live our lives from where we are. We'll probably have another wave of healing again in the future. But right now, that's just not really what the stars are asking of us. The stars are asking us to be productive, asking us to build things, asking us to manifest, asking us to grow, and to look more toward the future than look toward the past. Okay? And yeah, someone might get hurt. Although I don't know that it's hurt so much as it is, like I say, a trigger. But ultimately, triggers, people decide what to do with them. You can either get triggered and figure out why and heal from it, or you can get triggered and throw a big hissy fit and be a disaster and go ruin someone else's life, right? The choice is that person's, is not your responsibility. Okay, let's go ahead and pull out the clarifiers. So we're going to start with clarifying the Death card. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, the cards I'm about to pull out are the cards we'll talk about in the comprehensive reading. We usually talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about all these cards. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. So let's take a look at this Death Rebirth card here. We have the Four of Swords, the Nine of Wands. Beautiful. Loving the Page of Coins so much. In the environment, we have the Ace of Cups, the Lovers. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that Page of Cups was a romantic interest for some of you. Maybe not all of you, but some of you. Okay, so we have, Five of Wands, Five of Coins, yes. Another Eight of Coins and an Ace of Wands. For the Nine of Swords, definitely a ricochet going on there. King of Wands, Ten of Cups. There's like a repellent. It's almost as though the Five of Wands, Nine of Swords has like this bad odor. It's like a really bad odor. It's a natural repellent. Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands. Magician. Oh, I'm so happy the Magician card came out. Feeling strong Magician vibes. So, 7 of Coins, 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups, for the King of Swords, 2 of Cups, another Page. Beautiful. You know, let's do one more for that. Oh, 4. Okay. That was a little underwhelming, but that's okay. Since we have a 4 of Cups right next to it. 9 of Coins, another Ace of Cups, and another 9 of Wands. For the 8 of Coins, there's the Cancer card, 2 of Swords, and 2 of Coins. Another 4 of Swords, Judge, Justice, another Lover's card, and Page of Wands, 7 of Swords, and 5 of Cups. Okay. All right, this is where we're going to pick up, Cancer. If you want to join me, you are more than welcome. Again, all that info is in the description box down below. Thank you all so much. You guys know I love and adore you. Have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.